My beloved child, listen closely. A divine truth is unfolding right now, and you cannot afford to miss it. You were not meant to fade into the crowd. Your radiant uniqueness is a gift from me, designed to defy the world's shallow judgments. Every moment you hesitate, the enemy moves to dim your light. But I am calling you to rise and reclaim your destiny. Stay with me until the very end, for within these sacred words lies the power to transform rejection into strength and loneliness into divine purpose. Do not let this moment slip away. Embrace the urgency of my call and step boldly into the brilliance I have set within you. This reality may unsettle your heart at first, yet it will also open a door to a whole new perspective. Your lack of acceptance does not mean you are unworthy, insufficient, or lacking. Rather, you were never intended to blend in with the crowd. I placed within you a radiant uniqueness, a light that unmistakably belongs only to you. Sometimes, the world does not know how to embrace such light. It fears what it cannot understand and turns away from what is different. When you choose to live in alignment with your true self, when you follow the path I laid out for you, people around you may feel uncomfortable. They see a courage in you they have not found in themselves. Instead of drawing closer, they distance themselves. They do not reject you because you are flawed. They reject you because you reflect truths they are not prepared to face in their own hearts. There are moments when rejection is simply the world's response to what it cannot control. You do not belong in a narrow space or confined box. I designed you to transcend boundaries, to fulfill the mission I planted in your heart from the beginning. In that sense, rejection is not failure. It can be a sign that you are on the right path. I know every corner of your heart, including your silent wounds and hidden sorrows. I see the cold stares you endure, how lost you sometimes feel among those who should be closest. I watch as you wrestle with questions about why your love and sincerity go unreturned. I know how fiercely you yearn to be recognized, cherished, and surrounded by warmth. Your past experiences, the times your love was discarded, your light overlooked, or your truth dismissed, were never because you were unworthy, but because others were not ready or willing to receive what you offered. My heart aches when I witness these burdens you carry. I understand the sting of rejection, the hurt of genuine affection unreciprocated, the pain of reaching out only to be met with emptiness. It can seep into your soul, convincing you that you are neither good nor worthy enough. But my dear child, people's rejection does not define your worth. Your value does not lie in others' eyes. It resides in the boundless love I hold for you. You do not require the world's approval to know you are precious. I created you in my image, and in my view, you shine like a rare jewel. When the world turns its back, my arms remain open to comfort, embrace, and remind you that you are never alone. At times, I permit rejection to help you recognize the true source of love and acceptance. Real love does not stem from everyone's praise, but from living with authenticity and walking the road I prepared for you. Those who cannot embrace you cannot diminish your inner light, which originates from me. I realize these words alone cannot instantly heal your heart, but trust that each wound will lead you to deeper self-knowledge and greater strength. Every rejection is a gateway back to me, the place where unwavering solace is found. As you discover this, you will realize your losses and pain are not the end. They herald a new journey, one in which you rediscover your true worth. You do not need to alter yourself to be accepted. I did not create you to shrink or mask your truth for the sake of pleasing others. I formed you for a distinct purpose, a light only you can radiate. If some individuals fail to see that light, it is not your fault. Never let their dismissal cause you to doubt your own value. I want you to know that those meant to join you on life's road will recognize your light and treasure it. They will love you, not because you mirror them, but because you are fully yourself. Until such people arrive, let me be your cornerstone of encouragement and solace. Come to me when your spirit is weighed down, when you feel adrift in this world. I will be your haven and tranquil shore, offering the most genuine care and love. I have watched every step you have taken, and I see the deep reserves of strength within you. You have stood firm against biting words and harsh criticism, none of which caused you to fall. I have observed your resilience in the silence of those you trusted, and though that silence cut like a blade, you refused to let it extinguish your light. Today, my child, let this vital truth settle in your heart. I see you. I notice every unspoken effort no one else acknowledges. I know you. I understand every hidden ache, every instance you wanted to surrender but decided to keep going. And above all else, I cherish you. I do not merely see your actions. I see who you truly are, both your strengths and weaknesses. You have not been accepted by some, and I know that has left deep scars. You sometimes wonder what you did wrong or whether you deserved such treatment. I hear your heart's cry in the dark, solitary hours when doubt and pain weigh heavily on you. But listen well, that rejection does not dictate your identity. It is not the culmination of your story. It is a stepping stone on the path I prepared for you. And the scars you bear are not badges of failure, but proof of your bravery. They testify that no matter how great the difficulty, you continually choose to rise and press forward. I sometimes allow you to confront rejection not to inflict harm, but to teach you the true measure of your value. You do not need validation from everyone to recognize your worth. I hope you realize that your intrinsic value does not arise from external applause, but from the love and light I embedded within you. When you learn to prize yourself, knowing my love for you is constant, you will see that rejection is fleeting, but your worth is everlasting. I have seen those moments where you felt like a stranger in this vast world because the people you cherished overlooked your value. But please understand, that hurt, no matter how intense, is momentary. It signals neither your failure nor your destiny. Rejections and lonely times do not lessen your worth or diminish who you are. They cannot obscure the light I placed in you from the beginning. You are more than others' judgments, more than the cold stares or the silence they offer. You are a masterpiece, lovingly and perfectly crafted by my hand. Hear me well, you are never alone. I have stayed beside you, even when you were unaware of my presence. I have always perceived the light in your heart from the instant I breathed life into you. I have been with you through every tear and every smile, long before you ever realized it. Although some in the world may fail to understand or accept you, my love stands unwavering. No form of rejection or suffering can alter it. My acceptance of you does not hinge on your achievements or others' opinions. I love you simply because you are mine. In moments of both triumph and defeat, you belong to me. You need not struggle to earn my love, for it has existed since before you did anything at all. Every wound in your heart is visible to me. I see when you bow your head in sorrow, when you question whether you are enough, and when your whispers remain unspoken. I am intimately familiar with the agony of feeling misunderstood, of wandering through darkness without glimpsing the light at the end. Yet, I am here. I walk with you through every trial. When you feel abandoned, know that I have never left you. In your most vulnerable moments, I am by your side, even if you cannot see me. When you believe you lack the strength to continue, I lift you up. If you feel as though no one comprehends your innermost heart, never forget that I know its every hidden chamber and love each part. Though I remind you that rejection does not define you, that your light still burns brilliantly amid the shadows, I also sense your lingering pain. Words alone may not soothe your deepest wounds, so let me say this plainly. I am sorry, my beloved, for all the pain others have caused you, whether intentionally or unknowingly. I am sorry for the times you gave your whole heart, only to encounter indifference or unkindness. I am sorry for the occasions when you felt invisible to those closest to you. I saw how tirelessly you worked for understanding and acceptance, only to be met with dismissive glances or outright rejection. It pierced my heart to see you endure such disappointment, not to witness your tears fall quietly in the darkness. Those tears do not go unseen by me. Each one is like an unspoken prayer that resonates in the deepest part of my being. I was there during every abandonment, every moment when those who once seemed reliable vanished without warning, leaving you in loneliness and confusion. I know how it feels to be convinced there is no place for you in this world, to question whether you are truly worthy or visible to anyone. I understand the crushing weight of loneliness on your spirit. Let me assure you, I understand you completely. Every unspoken thought, every emotion you struggle to articulate, I know it all. I recognize the dreams you hold close, the tiny sparks of hope you guard because you dread more rejection. I know how a rejection can shake not only your faith in others, but in yourself. Perhaps you have asked whether something is wrong with you or whether you are lovable. My dear child, there is nothing wrong with you. You do not need to alter yourself to suit the world's standards. I created you with awe and care, and no rejection can diminish your worth in my sight. Even if the world refuses to listen, I will always hear you. When you have no strength left to move forward, I quietly lift you, even if you do not notice. Should you feel no one grasps the depths of your heart, remember, I see you more deeply than anyone. I know my apology cannot immediately erase your suffering, but let it serve as my promise that you will never walk this road alone. I will transform your tears into seeds of blessing and mold your hurts into pillars of resilience and hope. Not everyone will accept you. Not everyone will truly grasp the raw emotions and dreams within your soul, or be willing to tread the bright yet demanding path I have chosen for you. Some will miss the exquisiteness of your spirit regardless of how openly you love or how sincerely you speak. They may disregard your words or remain blind to the vision burning in your heart. They might never perceive the light within you, simply because they are unprepared to receive it. Yet even in these times, my child, stand unwavering. Realize that others' acceptance does not dictate your value. I see your heart. I understand the purity and kindness within you that the rest of the world might ignore. Yet I know the remarkable strength hiding within, a strength you have not fully discovered. At times I allow rejection to refine, not harm you. I want you to understand the power in standing tall on your own, grounded in the truth that my love and acceptance of you is steadfast. Once you grasp that my love is unconditional, you will be free to remain true to yourself without needing to appease others. Let no one's rejection make you question who you are. Their blindness to your light does not dictate your destiny. I alone chart your future, and I designed you with a significant purpose. Your light is not meant to be concealed. It is meant to shine into all the places that need it most. If some people cannot see or welcome that light, it does not make it any less brilliant. I know this path has felt heavy with misunderstanding and rejection. You have tasted abandonment from those you trusted wholeheartedly. You have watched your heartfelt dreams get dismissed, your words overlooked. You have gone to great lengths for acceptance, only to face distance and coldness. These experiences have hurt you and made you question your worth. Yet I want you to hear this. Those who reject you do so not because you are unworthy, but because their hearts are unprepared to receive you. Their rejection is a mirror of their own limits, not a statement about you. They fail to comprehend the depth of who you are, not because you are too complex, but because they lack the readiness to see it. I have seen their judgmental looks and the labels they assign you, simply because you did not follow their script. These wounds run deep, leaving you to wonder what you did wrong. But remember, these are not signs of failure, but proofs that you live authentically. The pain you endure right now will be the bedrock of your future strength. Every tear you shed, I will turn into nourishment for your soul, helping you flourish. Those who cannot recognize your worth today have no power to dim your shining tomorrow. And those who do value you will appear in the right season, bringing you the genuine love and acceptance you have yearned for. You are deserving of them. So hold your head high, my beloved, and do not let anyone's limitations confine the vast potential inside you. I know how good and pure your heart is, and I trust that you can grow through each challenge into the finest version of yourself. Every victory over adversity stands as proof of the resilient spirit I placed in you. Reflect on this essential truth. I have a plan for you, one far greater than any opinion someone else might hold. It transcends all the narrow definitions and judgments from those who cannot see you as I do. You are not restricted by the world's small-minded expectations. I created you for a higher calling, a destiny no one else can fulfill. I know how you have hungered for belonging in groups where you believed you should fit. You poured your heart into those relationships, hoping your sincerity would be treasured. But when you were pushed aside or treated as though invisible, your spirit sank under the weight of sadness. Yet, my child, pause and listen. I have never withheld my embrace from you. There has not been one moment in your life where my arms were not ready to hold you. My acceptance is unwavering, not because you are flawless, but because you are mine. In my eyes, you need prove nothing to earn love. You have always been enough from the very moment I formed you, and my love for you does not rely on the world's stamp of approval. When others miss your inherent worth, when they turn away or disregard your sincere efforts, I remain as the reminder of your priceless value. In my hands, you are a treasure, a flame that can illuminate even the darkest of places. You do not need the shine of others to validate your own, because I am the source of the light within you. When the world locks doors you once believed would open, I will lift you to other doors I have already unlocked. You do not need to keep knocking on those that were never intended for you, for I have prepared greater opportunities beyond your imagining. And when rejection becomes too heavy to bear, when sorrow feels like an unmovable weight, give it all to me. I will gladly carry your burdens. I do not merely share in your joys, I shoulder your sorrows and disappointments. You have never been alone on this journey. With every breath, every step, I am at your side. Seen or unseen, always faithful. I know there have been moments when you sat in solitude, wondering why certain relationships crumbled, or people you trusted walked away. You may have suspected you erred or lacked what was necessary to preserve them. But not every departure signifies tragedy. Some individuals leave your life because their season there has ended. I sometimes allow such departures to free you from anything that does not align with your God-given path. These are not losses. They are my way of clearing the way for better companions and broader possibilities. There is no need to remake yourself to keep someone in your life. Those meant to remain will do so because they comprehend and value who you truly are. Those who do not see this simply cannot accompany you for the long haul. Understand that people leaving does not reduce your worth. In fact, it is often through their absence that I open your eyes to even more deserving people, healthier relationships, and doors of opportunity. Losing someone you believed would stay forever hurts deeply. Such pain can leave you feeling hollow, yet sometimes rejection is but a concealed blessing. I let them go, not to harm you, but to clear space for those who truly belong, those who will walk by your side, seeing your essence and loving you wholeheartedly, are on their way. They will not only fill the gaps in your life, but also encourage your growth into your best self. True companions will show up exactly when they should, not demanding you change to match their ideals. Instead, they will treasure the person you already are. My child, trust this promise. I understand that it can be tough to believe in what your eyes have not yet seen, especially when your heart still bears the sting of old wounds and rejections. Faith is not always simple when you have been hurt multiple times. But please, trust in me and my timing. I have a flawless plan for your life, and everything unfolds at the appointed time, in the appointed season. Though you might feel ready, I may see lessons still left to learn, situations that will strengthen you so that you can receive the extraordinary blessings I have in store. If you believe you no longer have the energy to persevere, that might be the pivotal moment just before I open a new door. You do not need to comprehend every detail right now. Simply trust that all things work together for your highest good. Your story is being written at this very moment, step by step. You might not see the big picture yet, but trust that each step nudges you closer to the marvelous things awaiting you. Those destined to welcome, love, and journey alongside you are already drawing near. They will appear exactly when you and they are both prepared. Yes, waiting can strain your patience. There may be days when weariness settles over you and you worry about what tomorrow holds. At times, loneliness may weigh on you so heavily that it feels unbearable. But my precious child, remember that this waiting has purpose. It is a season of preparation, shaping you into the person capable of receiving my greater promises. The many experiences, both joyful and painful, are building blocks for who you are becoming. The hardships you once thought would destroy you served instead as catalysts for your transformation, refining your character and molding you into someone even stronger. Rejection has taught you resilience. I know each rejection feels like a blade to your heart. However, those exact moments revealed an unexpected strength, pushing you to keep moving, even if no one walked by your side. They forced you to believe in yourself when no one else seemed to. In the quiet isolation, when other voices faded, you were compelled to confront the deepest parts of your soul. You learned you do not need anyone else's permission or validation to know your value, only your own and mine. In the midst of seemingly unbearable pain, you rediscovered your anchor in me. Suffering did not just prompt you to seek answers. It led you back to the very core of who you are, your creator and father. When the world made you feel like you did not belong, I remained and always will remain your true refuge. Even in your darkest nights and greatest losses, I stood silently by, whether you felt it or not. Use your past as motivation rather than as chain. Your identity is not restricted by previous rejections. Instead, you are defined by the immense love and purpose I set for you. And my beloved child, that purpose surpasses anything you could imagine. Some turned away, unable to recognize the genuine worth and beauty of your heart. They questioned your dreams and your potential, perhaps thinking hardship would overwhelm you. But listen closely. The day will come when they will look upon you in amazement. They will see how every trial galvanized you, how you rose from every stumbling block more brilliant than before. They will realize that rejection only refined and fortified you. Above all, they will see your unwavering trust in me, the one who guided you through every storm. They will learn that your destiny was always one of greatness, beyond anything they imagined they could offer. They will see that your worth was never determined by their validation, but by the grand design I prepared long ago. Every obstacle served as a stepping stone, each rejection as a catalyst that led you to your genuine calling. Yet, my child, when that day arrives and their belated recognition emerges, do not let it dictate your worth. You do not need their newfound approval to affirm that you are lovable and worthy. You have always been enough in my eyes. Every act of faith, every courageous step has demonstrated the extraordinary strength within you. You not only overcame adversity, but also transformed it into a chance for growth and radiance. Nothing and no one can take that from you. Yes, there may be times when you feel an urge to circle back and prove something to those who once doubted you. But remember, genuine success does not lie in pleasing others. It lies in living out the potential I placed in you. You are already victorious when you live with love and sincerity on the path I have planned. Keep your heart soft and forgiving. When those who turn their backs on you look back, do not harbor anger or bitterness. Extend compassion, understanding that they lack the capacity to see the light I set in you. Their rejection does not diminish you. Rather, it guides you towards spiritual freedom and growth. Every step you take bears witness to my power and love. As people observe your transformation, they will recognize that it was I who sustained and uplifted you through every trial. As you continue forward, never forget that it matters far less how others regard you, and far more how I see you. With infinite love and pride, you have always been my cherished treasure. even when others missed it. My love for you does not hinge on success or failure, nor does it depend on whether anyone accepts or rejects you. You are my child. Knowing that alone should assure you that you deserve every good thing. There is no need to revisit the past in search of validation. Let it remain behind you. Keep advancing in faith and hope, unburdened by others' opinions. That is genuine freedom. You discovered your strength through me, a gift no one can strip away. Continue to shine, my beloved, for your light not only guides you, but also encourages others who may also seek hope. Always bear in mind that you entered this world with a significant purpose. Every rejection, every struggle serves as a platform for you to ascend and become even mightier. No matter what impression others have of you, in my sight, you are triumphant. The one I love, elevate, and accompany on every road. To illuminate this further, remember Joseph, a young man with a pure heart to whom I gave visions of a glorious future. Ironically, his own brothers rejected him first. They despised the dreams I put in his heart. They plotted harm, tossing him into a pit in the wilderness, eventually selling him off as a slave. He was betrayed by those who should have shielded and cherished him. But his story did not end there. Just as your present struggles will not have the final word in your life. Joseph was taken to Egypt, a land of strangers, but I never left him. I blessed him with grace and wisdom, even when he was unjustly imprisoned. Though he faced multiple layers of rejection and betrayal, I transformed these trials into preparation for something far greater. In the end, Joseph rose from captivity to serve at Pharaoh's side, effectively rescuing an entire nation from famine. The very brothers who betrayed him later bowed before him, seeking help. Amazingly, Joseph met them not with fury, but with forgiveness, saying, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." I share this story so you see that rejection is rarely the last chapter. Like Joseph, you may feel discarded and misunderstood now, but I am using these hardships to lay the groundwork for something bigger. Those who refuse to see your worth will ultimately look back in awe, realizing that my plan for you never faltered. And when you finally stand in the full brilliance of my light, they will know it was I who sustained you at every turn. Trust me completely. Just as I did not abandon Joseph, I will not desert you. The difficulties you encounter now are stepping stones I use to elevate you. Stay steadfast in faith, for the time of restoration, the longing, and blessings is drawing closer, exactly as it did for Joseph. You are not defined by the rejection of others. You are defined by my eternal love and purpose. And I promise you this, the time of restoration, acceptance, and blessing will come, just as it came for Joseph. My precious child, after all you have endured, wounds that scarred your heart, rejections that made you question your value, I recognize that healing can be slow. Yet I urge you to do this one thing for yourself. Forgive. Forgive the ones who turned away, the ones who could not see the light and beauty within you, those who caused you to feel inadequate. When you forgive, you release yourself from the shackles of the past. Forgiveness does not negate what happened. It simply means you refuse to remain captive to bitterness and pain. Bitterness only confines you and dims your radiance. I long for you to be free of burdens that no longer serve your journey. View forgiveness as a precious offering you give to yourself. When you relinquish your hurt, you make space for new and wonderful things to flourish. Forgiveness is not about absolving harmful actions. It is about refusing to let those actions rule your heart any longer. I know it might be difficult to forgive, particularly when painful memories surface. You might wonder how you can pardon someone who wounded you so deeply. Yet forgiveness is not about erasing pain. It is about choosing not to allow pain to dominate your present or future. In forgiving, you step into freedom. You cut loose the influence of your past, opening your path to receive the blessings I have waiting. Think of your heart as fertile ground. Once you pluck out resentment and bitterness, seeds of love, hope, and peace can take root and thrive. Forgiveness not only frees your heart, but also opens the door to the deepest healing. I want you to remember that every time you decide to forgive, I am beside you. I will help you release that hurt and fill your heart with a peace beyond human understanding. Forgiveness does not diminish the weight of what you have suffered. Your experiences remain valid, but you deserve liberation from the negativity of those memories. You deserve a life unbound by old wounds, aglow with fresh light and hope. Once you forgive, you will recognize that the rejection of others no longer possesses power over you. You will see that your worth has never hinged on their recognition. What ultimately matters is how I see you. In my eyes, you are cherished beyond any rejection's ability to harm or overshadow. When you move on from past pain, you step into the future. I have long been preparing. A future liberated from painful echoes where your heart overflows with gratitude and love. The rejections and heartbreaks that once seemed like permanent marks are now relegated to yesterday's path. They can no longer impede the new journey before you. Yes, there was a time when rejection cut you so deeply, you wondered if you could ever rise again, but you have. You have triumphed over it, and now the road ahead promises healing, hope, and blessings. As you continue forward, inscribe this unshakably in your heart. I will never reject you. The world may turn away, unable or unwilling to understand what I have placed inside you. Yet I will always remain, never turning my face from you. I see you in moments no one else notices. I listen when your cries go unheard. I comprehend what no one else seems to grasp. From the day I formed you, you have been an irreplaceable part of my love story. No matter how often you falter or question yourself, my arms are always ready, my heart always open. I recognize your silent labors and hidden tears, the prayers you do not voice. Nothing about your life is invisible to me. I accept you, not because you are flawless, but because you are you. My love for you is not based on your accomplishments or how well others think of you. I love you for your true essence, with every gift and imperfection. My love is endless, absolute, and unchanging. It transcends every moment, past or future. I will guide you to places where you discover the acceptance and love for which you have long searched. You do not need to clamor for the world's approval, for in my love you are already wholly embraced. You do not need to strive to be loved. I have loved you before you even knew how to love yourself. You do not need to prove a thing because your worth is established in the plan and love I have for you. My child, when you feel crushed beneath life's weight, let me live within you, becoming your wellspring of fortitude and solace. Do not carry impossible burdens on your own. In those moments, close your eyes, release your troubles, and offer this prayer. Lord, shield my heart from bitterness when I confront rejection and pain. Help me respond with love, not hate. Teach me forgiveness, even when it hurts deeply. I lift all my anguish and disappointment to you, knowing only you can heal my soul. Cleanse my heart from the scars left by rejection. When others overlook my worth, remind me I am always treasured by you. Renew my spirit so that I do not let their rejection define me. Merciful Lord, when I feel alone and misunderstood, help me remember I am never truly solitary. You have seen me endure trials and know my longing for love and recognition. May I discover rest in your unwavering love. Grant me the grace to release the wounds of the past. Remind me that my painful experiences are only stepping stones along the path you prepared. Show me how to look beyond the pain and fix my eyes on a future of faith and hope. In times when rejection crushes my heart, hold me in your arms. Carry this load for me and keep me from anchoring my trust in anything not of you. Teach me total reliance on you, who is forever faithful. Lord, help me forgive those who have hurt me, those blind to my inner light. I know forgiveness sets me free from the chains of the past. Teach me to love, even when it seems impossible. When my worth is questioned, help me remember that I reflect your image, possessing boundless value in your eyes. Keep me from letting others' opinions erode my confidence. Lord, when I am surrounded by isolation and rejection, remind me that your acceptance alone is enough. Let me trust your perfect timing, believing those who truly see me will arrive at the right moment. When I cannot fathom why loved ones abandon me, show me not everyone is meant to walk my entire road with me. Help me view rejection as a hidden gift, trusting your beautiful plan. Guard my heart, Lord, when painful truths arise and I feel no one understands. You see me, you know me, and you value me. Renew me in your love each day. Help me release the scars of betrayal and disappointment. Cleanse my soul, strengthen my spirit, and let me move forward in lightness and peace. When I feel invisible or unappreciated, remind me you have called me by name and know my true worth. Help me believe that rejection cannot alter the divine purpose you have placed in my heart. Lord, keep me from seeking my worth in the views of others. My beloved child, as you come to the close of this sacred message, remember that my love is ever present, an unchanging refuge in a world that may not always see your worth. Return to this channel whenever your heart seeks solace, strength, or a reminder of the radiant light I placed within you. Subscribe now and activate notifications so that each time you need my guidance, you will find your sanctuary here. Share these divine words with those who wander in darkness, and together, let us build a community that reflects my eternal love. Until we meet again, walk boldly in the truth of your uniqueness, for you are cherished beyond measure. Amen.